Look at this fraction. What if I told you this fraction 4 over 8 can be written as 1 over 2? But how did 4 over 8 become 1 over 2? To understand this, in this video we will learn simplifying fractions. But before we begin with simplifying fractions, I just want to quickly recap our learnings about the fractions in our fraction series. So we started with what are fractions? Fractions are part of a whole represented by a numerator and denominator. Numerator being the number of parts we have and denominator being the number of parts a whole is equally divided into. Then we learned the different types of fractions, proper, improper, mixed. We also learned representing a fraction on a number line, and then we did equivalent fraction. What were equivalent fractions? If I have a fraction and I multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number, then I get an equivalent fraction. And which means if I have a pizza divided into two portions, then one of the portions represents 1/2, and if I further divide the pizza into 4 portions, that half would be represented by 2/4. Now let's understand simplifying fractions in this video. So I was saying 4/8 was equal to 1/2. Let's understand by this example. Now in this figure, a 4 over 8 will represent 4 shaded portions out of the 8 equally divided portions. And as you can see that this is this much shaded area out of the total area. Now if I use the second rectangle and remove the equally divided portions, and as I can see the half of the rectangle is shaded, I am shading here the half of the portion. So that is the reason I see that this portion or this amount, this shaded amount is equal to this shaded amount, and that is why they are representing the same amount, and hence these are equivalent fractions. But how do we simplify a fraction? To understand simplifying fractions, you need to have a little idea about divisibility rules and also know division. So here, when I see this fraction, I understand that 4 and 8 are both divisible by 4. So I divide the numerator by 4 and divide the denominator by 4. And that is why I get 1 over 2. So when I have to simplify a fraction, I simply check or have a look at the fraction and see which common number both the numerator and denominator are divisible by. Let's look at this fraction 3 over 6. Now I can see that both 3 and 6 are divisible by 3. So I divide 3 by 3 and 6 by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1 and 6 divided by 3 is 2. Hence, 3 over 6 in its simplified form is 1 over 2. Let's take more examples here. Let's say I have a fraction 8 over 12. Now 8 over 12, I can see that both 8 and 12 are divisible by 4. So I will divide the numerator by 4 and the denominator by 4. And the answer I get is 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. Hence, the simplified fraction of 8 over 12 is 2 over 3. Let's take one last example. Let's say I have a fraction 9 over 12. Can you guess which common number both 9 and 12 are divisible by? For that, yeah, right, you have to find the factor of 9 and 12. So, both 9 and 12 are divisible by 3. So, I divide the numerator by 3 and the denominator by 3. And 9 divided by 3 is 3 and 12 divided by 3 is 4. Hence, the simplified fraction of 9 over 12 is 3 over 4. I hope this video made your understanding of simplifying fractions a bit better. I wish you all the best. Keep learning. Bye-bye.